This historic stadium, home to the Iron Horse and the Great Dane, to Wilson and Alvarez. Camp Randall Stadium in Madtown, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jet. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Badgers offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
The Badgers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Buckeyes offense will go to work for the first time today. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're trying to get to him. A little release to the back. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. The play action fake. Caught behind the line. It's White. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Looking to move it through the air. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll start this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle, it's White. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. Fires it incomplete. This offense has a 2nd down play. From the shotgun, the inside give. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. Gets it out quickly. Busts through behind his pad. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Brown will throw it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And it's no good. He missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. You're trying to break this scoreless tie. Instead, you knock it off the post.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. To the ground to try to move the chains. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. The Badgers with the 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Brown wants to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Still running at the 40. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the hot hand. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Christian. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Going up top on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Jet sweep to the receiver. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long 1st down marker just short of the goal line. Release to the back. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Virginia Tech managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Blacksburg had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Didn't have any better luck going back to him on 2nd down. Now they're staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Badgers decide to punt it away. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll give it to the back.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They
fires into traffic, picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. Ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
And now this offense will take the field again. To the air on 1st down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Using the quick game. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Brown will throw it. Got his man quickly. Stopped after making the catch. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Tate. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Looking for room at the 40. Hit the afterburners, kid. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Using his legs, it's Acker. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Badgers have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. It's caught downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quick strike complete.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Caught near the sticks. It's Anthony. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He wants to throw. Working the middle, it's complete.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. It's complete on the right side. The Badgers will move the sticks with the first down. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Using his legs, it's White. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
The Badgers will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll open the second half on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The give to the back. The Buckeyes get enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. That's a first down for the offense. They've been running it, but now the pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the misfire, it's second down. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. They've got the screen set up. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. Jumped the gun just a bit. We've got a false start.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, heavyweights trading punches today in a top-5 battle, and now it's a final. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. Always interesting to see top 5 teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's looking to throw it. He fires to the left side. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Ball still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd and 10. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. Fair catch, called for and made. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return, it's Williams. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. The give on the inside. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle? And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Brown wants to pass. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He finds his man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Caught in the backfield. It's Tate. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Now from inside the red zone. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll try the run. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They're bringing heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Caught in the backfield, it's Pauly. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Looking left. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Badgers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Badger! He didn't see anyone open. He said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Here comes the 2-point try. Trying to punch it in. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. So what do they have? We're 3rd and short from their own 23. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, the freshman lucky that one didn't get picked off. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And that pass is intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
To the ground with the back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. They'll try the outside to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, the inside give. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. A statement run in the red zone to the 13. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And, oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. And the Badgers will hustle to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Looking to throw it again. Buys a little time with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Badgers are in the red zone. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. The throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. He's going to pass. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got it on the move. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. They put together an 81-yard drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The quarterback takes a knee. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball, just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.